Hello, my name is Corey and I would like to welcome you back to the Glader House. A few videos ago, we explored some of the mindset shifts that are taking root and shaping the way that we approach interiors in 2025. Today, I am excited to build on that by diving into how some of the fashion trends from 2024 might influence what we see in interiors this year. Before we get into this, I just want to say, you do not have to follow trends to create a beautiful home. And in fact, I encourage you not to switch out everything in your home every year. Trends are just a tool to spark inspiration and help us reimagine the spaces we already live in. So whether you're looking for fresh ideas or are just curious about what's coming next, I encourage you to take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's dive in. First up is color. 2024 fashion was all about duality, and we saw some really vibrant, high energy colors like cobalt blue, electric orange, and magenta being balanced by more calming, earthy tones like terracotta and moss, or mixed with some lighter pastels. For interiors, this can create spaces that feel both dynamic and grounded. Imagine a more rich velvet magenta chair paired against a cream or like sand colored wall and more natural materials like jute and unfinished wood. Additionally, color blocking is going to be huge as we continue moving out of the gray and beige eras and people start really exploring the colors that make them happy. I mentioned the unexpected red theory in that earlier trends video, and with red being huge in fashion this past year, I think we're really gonna start to see a lot of striking reds and burgundies and like mulberry wine colors in interior elements like furniture, paint, and artwork. Next is texture. Fashion really leaned into very tactile materials like sequins, satin, and leather, as well as denim, wool, and really heavy knits. And interiors are taking notes on this one. Think cozy boucle or shearling armchairs more than we have already been seeing, soft velvet sofas, and even more sleek leather ottomans. Plus, metallic and iridescent finishes will pop up in more of our lighting and decor to add some more sparkle and reflect the light in our spaces. I previously talked about statement lighting and furniture, and one way to make that statement is through really highly reflective materials like chrome in your light fixtures or some of your accent furniture like your side tables or like your chair legs. The thing with this one is all about layering textures to get a really dynamic space and blend styles more seamlessly so you can get a mix of both glam and comfort if that's your thing. If you remember our example from earlier with the magenta chair, the jute rug, and the raw wood side table, let's throw in some chrome light fixtures and a chunky curved boucle sofa. This mix of texture and material from wood to chrome and jute to velvet helps a more bold glam style feel more grounded and warm. If you are a pattern lover, 2025 is going to be your year. In fashion, we've been seeing patterns from bold geometrics to more nature-inspired motifs, and interiors are following suit with wallpaper and textiles that make more of a statement. We've seen a lot of pinstripe, checkerboard, and houndstooth in both clothing and home goods, all of which are not going anywhere. And we're gonna see an uptick in more bold, organic, and graphic patterns like tartan, animal prints, abstract florals, and more cultural inspired motifs, which we'll touch on a little bit more later. In case you have never heard of Heidi Callier, first of all, she is an amazing designer, but also she is the queen of pattern mixing. So if you need any inspiration when it comes to pattern, definitely go check her out. Revisiting the example we've been working with, adding in a zebra print ottoman and a thick striped pillow, both in more neutral colors, adds a little bit more fun and personality without overtaking the rest of the elements in the space. As I said in that Mindset Shifts video, sustainability is not just a trend, it is a movement towards a more thoughtful way of living and consuming. And while we have a ways to go in sustainable fashion practices, 2024 fashion really embraced sustainability and upcycling, and that's something we're starting to see really take hold in interiors as well. Think thrifting, antiquing, using reclaimed materials, DIY projects. These have all been bigger than ever recently, and we're gonna continue to see that because not only is it eco-friendly, but it also gives your space a more unique and personal touch, and it can often soften the blow that decorating your home can have on your budget. I'll put some of my favorite people to follow for this one in both the fashion and interiors online spaces if you're interested. But of all the trends in this video, I hope that this is the one that we all adopt moving forward, both in our closets and our homes. You all know how much I personally love antique shopping, so let's add this glass coffee table that I found at an antique store back in December to our example room, along with a bookshelf that could easily be found secondhand or made from reclaimed materials. Speaking of glass, sheer and transparent elements have been all over the runway in 2024, and we've seen them a lot in interior spaces as well. From glass coffee tables, acrylic decor, and more gauzy curtains and throw blankets and pillows and things like that. This one has been around in interiors in 2024 as well, and it's just gonna continue to ramp up. These elements make a space feel airy, they can feel more modern, and just overall can give a little bit more of a dreamy, clean feeling to a space. We've seen a lot of ceramic and stone elements in furniture and decor in recent years because of the warm, earthy feeling that they can bring. And while ceramics are not going anywhere, especially not in my home, the addition of glass balances some of the heaviness that stone and ceramic can bring. No matter what your style is, from a more organic style with a vase of flowers next to a limestone bowl on a reclaimed wood coffee table, or something more modern like a console that has a ceramic vase and stone bust balanced by an acrylic book holder. The delicate nature of glass paired with the solidity of stone just provides a beautiful contrast. From glass vases, decor, and furniture to those more sheer, linen-y, gauzy fabrics, these elements just allow for more light to pass through your space, creating a feeling of more openness and ease. Let's throw some sheer curtains into the example room we've been building for a complete look. Now, I know a bold, eclectic space like this might not be everyone's cup of tea. I know it doesn't reflect my personal style, but that's the beauty of this next idea that we're pulling from fashion. The fashion of 2024 showed a love of layering and statement pieces that create a personal, more unique, and sometimes maximalist look that is unique to the person wearing it. And this idea is influencing interiors big time. As I talked about in that last Mindset Shifts video, 2025 is all about showing off your personality in a space that is authentic to you. Even in the example room we've been working through, there are so many elements that blend both bold statement pieces with a more relaxed, grounded feel that demonstrates you do not have to just be bold or just be minimal and earthy or just be one thing. You can blend whatever you like in a myriad of different ways. If you're looking for inspiration on this trend, I'll include some resources down in the description, and I'll put up some creators that I love to follow in both the fashion and interior spaces. Most recently, I have been obsessed with Grillo Designs on Instagram. Her style is very different than mine, but it's just been so captivating and inspiring to watch how she blends some more bold, colorful elements with a more earthy, relaxed feeling. In fashion, we've seen a lot more oversized pieces, and not in the way of like wearing your boyfriend's sweater because the extra room is comfy. I mean big, structured structured coats and exaggerated silhouettes, they have been dominating the runway. These are statement pieces that communicate your personality in really big ways. In interior design, this translates to statement furniture and lighting, something we touched on in that last trends video. Oversized sofas, dramatic armchairs, and bold coffee tables can really anchor a space and command your attention. Similarly, statement lighting like oversized pendants or sculptural chandeliers can really elevate a space and play a major role in communicating your personality. However, in the same way that a huge oversized puffer jacket may not complement your more clean, minimal style, but you have some gold bubble earrings that make the perfect, more subtle statement, huge furniture and lighting may not be your thing or even fit in your space. So this same idea can be applied to decor. We've yo-yoed back and forth between minimalism, stripping back all of the decor items in our homes, which can kind of leave our spaces feeling cold and empty, to compensating for that with lots of smaller decor items that can result in our spaces feeling busy and cluttered, even when those items are beautiful and well placed. The bridge here is statement decor. Including items that are a little bit bigger and take up more space brings size diversity to your styling, leading to more interesting spaces and eliminating the need for a higher quantity of smaller items that can tend to contribute to visual clutter. Statement decor pieces can help our spaces feel more full and warm without the excess busyness. Looking at this next one, I personally love a good pleated pant, but structured tailoring is not just for fashion. In interiors, we are embracing clean lines and sculptural shapes in items like curved furniture, architectural lighting, and sharp tailored details in cabinetry and decor. And this is another great place for juxtaposition, just like how a flowy, wide leg pleated pair of pants paired with a white collared shirt under a wool sweater vest can add the coziest feeling to a more polished, sophisticated outfit. A white tailored sofa with a warm patterned wool throw paired next to a raw wood end table that hosts a more polished lamp with a pleated lampshade, which maybe sits in front of an ornate frame holding a pencil drawing or an unfinished painting, can also give the most inviting, welcoming feeling to a more sophisticated space. Now, I briefly touched on this one when we were discussing patterns, but in 2024, fashion really celebrated cultures from around the globe, and interiors is following suit, from the intricate embroidery seen in textiles from places like South Asia, or some of the more bold geometric patterns inspired by African artistry. Designers have been drawing inspiration from the rich histories and techniques found in different regions of the world, and in interior design, we can expect to see more handcrafted textiles, handmade decor, and patterns inspired by places all over. It's all about blending these global influences into a more modern aesthetic that feels rich and meaningful. This helps cultivate a greater understanding of the other people that we walk this earth with, and it is very important to approach this trend with respect and thoughtfulness. The craftsmanship element of this one is really important, as we're sourcing items made equitably and using them with respect and knowledge of where they come from. A great way to do this is when you're traveling, visit local businesses and pick up items that aren't necessarily your typical souvenir, but say a clay pot or a rug that you turn into a tapestry, so that you can display these items that are meaningful to you from your travels in your home and create a really unique look that tells your story in your home. Also, shopping on Etsy is a great way to do this. You can find unique items from sellers all over the world, or even artists that are local to you. And it's a great way to support small businesses, artists, and craftspeople while collecting unique pieces that really communicate your style. I love Etsy, and I have found so many great things on there in recent years. And this is a great one to walk hand in hand with sustainability, Often handmade craftsman pieces are made with more high quality, sustainable materials in more sustainable ways than your fast factory produced plastic or particle board pieces. These craftsman pieces often last longer and they can sometimes be easier to repair, which helps to keep them out of landfills for longer. So with sensitivity, we can pull inspiration from so many different cultures that are different from our own to create really unique personal spaces and outfits. And there we have it. 2024's fashion trends are already shaping 2025's interior trends in really exciting ways. From sustainability to personalization, these connections show how what we wear influences how we live. Please let me know in the comments which one of these you're most excited to try, or if there's any other recent crossovers that you have noticed between fashion and interiors. If you like this video, I hope you'll consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing for more interior design and DIY related content. And also don't forget to go check out my last video on the mindset shifts shaping interior design this year. Until next time, I'm wishing you all my best. Just got a very exciting package. I have a cool idea for the space above the cabinets that I built. I figured a rug would be an awesome way to incorporate my love for vintage rugs. Oh, I'm so excited and it's so pretty.